Hi, everyone. Welcome to Uncensored. For today's show, we have Nikki Lutz, a self-love and transformational coach, but she was also from the yachting industry. So welcome, Nikki. I'm super excited to have you here. Hi, guys. Hello. What came up for me and Nikki prior to start recording was the words body image and comparison. So when you hear those words, when you hear body image and comparison and not, like what comes up for you? So a big thing for me with the self-image and the comparison, I would say, is that when I was on the boat, I was always comparing myself to the other women, the other stewardesses, and particularly my skirt size, and like, oh, she's a size 0, I'm a size 2, and that type of a thing, and not being good enough, only in my own head, not what anyone else said, but just myself. And maybe as I'm talking about this, maybe the knock then is actually not so much someone else knocking, but like myself knocking into to realize who I really am on a deeper level that doesn't define me. So it's like you need to have a little bit of time with yourself. There's someone inquiring and coming, like someone's coming to the door, but I'm coming to my own door of who I really am. If that makes sense. It's a bit out there. No, totally. And I do the fact that this came up because, as we know, yachting is a very, in a way, superficial industry. The boats are beautiful and so should be the crew. And I think there's beauty on everybody and everything. It's just a matter of how you portray it. And I definitely think that beauty comes from within and that can show outside. But one thing that kind of came up as you're talking is that I remember one person said to me, if they don't take care of themselves, how are they going to take care of the job? If they don't take care of their image, like their weight and all this. And I understand where this person's coming from. But at the same time, I also thought some people have different body types. And that doesn't mean that they're unhealthy. And that doesn't mean that they're not actually taking care of themselves. It's just a perception from the other person that is not acceptable. And I must say, yachting has definitely changed, believe me, because there's crew out there today, body-wise, image-wise, that they would never, ever been allowed 10 years ago, like ever. 10 years, 14 years ago, I'm tiny. And I was like fat because I was a size 4 back then. I remember being on one of my boats and the captain coming to me, and I was the chief stew, and we'd hired this amazing woman and she worked really well. And the captain thought that she was too overweight and she said she had to leave. And it made me so sad because we had hired her and she was great. She was really good, but because of her body, she got let go. And I love it that has changed in the industry because I don't feel that what you look like defines who you are. And of course, yes, I do think that you do need to show up. And this industry everything does look nice, like you say. And you do need to put on the makeup. And these are the standards that, people expect. Can we just cut each other a little bit of slack as well? And because in society in general, in life in general, we're comparing ourselves so much all the time. And I need to look like this woman, or my boobs aren't big enough, or my butt's too big. Look at my cellulite, or she's tall. Look how tall she is, or my hair is not as beautiful, or my nose is too big, all of this stuff. And when we're comparing, then that's where we start to judge. So we're either judging others and we think we're better than them, and that causes separation, or we're comparing and we are judging ourselves, or we're not good enough, and there's separation. And especially on the yachts, aren't we a team? Don't we want to support one another, especially stewardesses? Come on, if I'm having a down day, can you just pick up my slack a little bit so that tomorrow when you're having a down day, I'll cover for you? We're a family here, we're a sisterhood. Oh, it's tough. And I get goosebumps when I talk about this because then we are so hard on ourselves.
No, totally. And I think we, as women, we have been, in a way, to put each other down. Because that's what society has done to the female energy and embodiment for so long. But it is up to us women to say, no, you know what, that's not okay. And I do want to help my sister out. And I do want to create that community, especially among the women, and empower each other instead of doing the opposite. And I I don't know when you said the word, it really reminded me of this post that I recently read about on your social media. That it was about, honestly, I think you have such a beautiful body, like your act is amazing. And then really not listening, but reading about the fact that you were not okay with it and that you thought that it was too big, that it was this, that it was that. And then you say, it doesn't really matter what other people think, is what I think of myself. And I thought, shit, it's so true. Like, here we are judging other people or having opinions of other people. But at the end of the day, the only one that really counts is yours. Because that's the one that's going to make a real difference.
Yeah. There's another woman that I absolutely love following. Her name is Alexi Panos. I don't know if you know her. And she has a YouTube video, a short YouTube video, and she talks about, do you like you? And that's a huge thing because we go through life always worrying if other people like us. So we try to change so that it's like to be in the cool group or be accepted. But at the end of the day, we're trying to change all the time. And it's okay, we can do it for a little while, but it becomes tiring. It's not who we really are. We lose our true sense of self. We're wearing a mask the whole time. And at the end of the day, do you like who you are? And that maybe is the whole, for me, when I interpret the knock is, yeah, can you become your own best friend and start to accept yourself for who you are and not just the way you look, but all your other beautiful attributes that you have. If you are a leader or if you're confident or if you are well-spoken or if you can, whatever it is, like just your body is not everything.
And one thing that does come up when you were talking, obviously knocking those masks, right, that we really have put on ourselves. And I do understand that in a bigger picture, there is still, I don't know, how do you call it? Sexism, or even, I don't even know if that's sexism, judgment, right, towards appearances and maybe people not getting jobs and all that. But I do want to say that what I feel that if you're not getting a job and you believe it's because of the way you look or your weight, is really not. It's because you are believing that freaking story.
Exactly.
And yes, it comes down to taking the responsibility. If you want yachting to change, you have to change how you feel about yourself in order to manifest more of those characters that are okay with you being a size 6, 8, 12. Because honestly, you can be a 12 and that doesn't mean you're fat. That means that you're full. Yeah. So I don't know. That's what just came up for me.
Yeah. And I think you're so right, because at the end of the day, everything is about energy, right? So the energy we're putting out is what we're receiving back in. So our whole life, everything that we've got in our life is actually a result of what we are putting out and our beliefs and our thoughts and our feelings and our actions. So our personal reality, our life, is a result of our personality. And our personality is how we think, how we feel, and how we act. So if you want to change your personal reality, if you want to change your life, you have to start changing your personality with your thoughts and the feelings and your actions. So exactly like you say, if you believe that, I'm too overweight, or I'm not experienced enough, or they will choose someone from a different nationality, or whatever it is, you are putting that out there, and you can only attract things that are on the same vibration as you. So you will attract that into your life. So I remember when I was looking for my first job, there was no way I wasn't going to get a job. It wasn't even on the cards. I knew what I had to bring, and I was totally green. I didn't even know how to iron a t-shirt. But I made an incredible stew. And then I learned. And it was just because of my eagerness and my energy and my belief. And that's what people want to be around. So any stew can be taught. It's not rocket science. Who do they want to spend their time with? Do they want to spend time with a really upbeat, positive woman? Or do they want to be around someone who thinks she's better than everyone or doesn't really want to put in the work and that type of thing? So it's all about your beliefs about yourself. And if you believe in yourself, other people will stop believing in you too.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because like when you don't believe in yourself, why would other people mirror it differently? So you're continually sabotaging yourself with your thoughts and your stories.
well, that's what the manifestation is going to be. That's what your mirror has to reflect, because that's what you're putting out there and really putting it in a sense. Because there is a lot of talk about this, about are people in the industry giving jobs because of the way you look, or maybe because of the way you, or is it because you're good at your job? And the fact is that, yes, that happens, but it also happens the opposite way, where you do get a job, not because of the way you look, but because of what you bring to the table. But I think whether you're getting a job because you believe you're going to get the job because you look good, or you believe that you're going to get the job because you're good, the underlying story is that both of them are believing that they're going to get the job.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what's going to happen, because a lot of people that are thinking, I'm not going to get a job because I'm fat, or I'm not going to get the job because I'm not good at this, or I don't have experience. You're not going to, because you don't believe you are. Period.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's just excuses you're giving yourself in order to continue to have that mask on, right?
Yeah.
And not knocking it off, and just, like you said, being true to yourself and stepping in that place of self-love at the end of the day.
Yeah. I was talking to a girl today who is a South African, and she's gone over to Antibes, and she's getting ready, totally green, getting ready to find a boat. And she's incredible. She's so lovely. If I was still in the industry, I would hire her. And she said, oh, I really hope that I will get a job. And I said, hey girl, change that. What are you talking about? I hope. You've got this. You know that the energy you're putting out is what you're receiving. You know this. And also for everyone who's listening, if you're being told this now, that if your energy is at a certain vibration, you can only attract something on that same energy. So what do you want? It's actually quite simple. What do you want? And then start to feel that way now. Even if you can't see it in the 3-dimension, if you can't hold it yet, but start to feel it every day before you go to bed. Close your eyes, imagine it, whether you're on a boat or if you're looking for a job, whether you are a cheap stewardess or a purser, or whether you are totally green. Whatever you want, we all want something. Close your eyes, feel into it, believe that it's coming. Even I just get goosebumps talking about it, because it's so real, and then you will start to draw it into your life, because that's the law of attraction, and it's science. It's actually science that attracts like. So we don't have to do so much of the work outside of us, because we aren't always in control of that, but we can control our inner world and our thoughts and our feelings and our beliefs. Write in your journal, what do I want? Why do I deserve this? How will it feel? All of those things. And you'll really see how things start to align very easily, and it'll just magnetically draw into your life.
No, totally. I believe that, and I totally understand that. And I think for people out there that may not even be aware that they are doing this to themselves, I'm not sure. What you really have to start asking yourself is this thought that I just had, is it empowering me or is it limiting me? Simple as that. If it's empowering you, keep having it. If it's limiting you, next, transform it. It could be from the same pattern to a different word, whatever that may be. Like you say, I may get a job. Instead of that, be like, I'm getting a job. You're making
or I've got the job. I have the job.
Thank you for my new job. This is really good. I think this has given a lot of people, this is giving people a new way of really redirecting their thinking process, and and to understand how important it is to feel good in order to keep that vibration high and manifest that which you want. And also to know that the only that the story, the limiting story that yachting keeps pushing away people because of their weight or the way that it's not true. It is only true because you allow it to be true. So take responsibility, take action towards really have compassion towards yourself and change those stories and see how that goes for you. Because I'm pretty sure it's gonna go very different.
Yeah, so I love that.
What do you want to say before we close up? What's your message?
I just want to say that, lady, we're all unique. So everyone comes from a different country. Everyone's got a different background. Everyone is a different age. Everyone's got different strengths and weaknesses. We are all unique, and everything is important. That's why we can't be the same. So be proud of your strengths. the things that you don't necessarily like about yourself, or if you think, oh, I'm ditzy, or I'm forgetful, or I go crazy under pressure, those types of things, don't waste your energy on those things. Focus on what you're really good at. Start feeling really good about that. Build yourself up, believe in yourself, and trust that actually everything out there in the universe wants you to be happy. You know, you have those certain dreams and those desires. They're there for a reason, and you absolutely deserve all of that. When you start to work on your inner world and you take some time and you connect with yourself and you know your worth and you love yourself, then you'll see that everyone else will be like, oh my gosh, this girl's different. There's something about her. I want to be around her, but we need her on our team because she's shining, and it's shining from the inside. So believe in yourself, start building up your self-love, your self-worth, and yeah, good luck. In anything, whatever it is that you want, good luck. And you've got this.
Awesome. Yes, you got this. So yeah, thank you so much, Nikki, for taking your time to celebrate sisterhood and empower each other. Because one thing, if you take from this, is to empower each other and create that sisterhood in the industry that is valuable for everybody out there. And I know that we talked a lot about women, but before we go, this also applies to men as well. I know that maybe men don't think that their appearance, you know, in yachting is a big deal, but certainly there is a lot of, I'm not good enough, I don't have experience, which is the same thing. Self-limiting stories versus empowering. So guys, yeah, take what you need, leave what you don't. And until next time, I'm Marianne from Yachts Mermaids, your host for Yachting International Radio. Nikki, thank you again. And if you want to get in touch with Nikki, it's going to be below the video, all of her contacts, and also she's part of the Yachts Mermaid Support Directory, so you can find her through our website. Okay? Bye. Until next one, everybody.